If you are a midlife woman and you are struggling with high cholesterol right now and you have no idea what to do, this video is for you. And this, I'm going to go over cholesterol, what it is, how it works, and give you really tangible tips that you can actually do to improve your cholesterol at this stage in your life. Now, if you're not following along on my channel already, please like, share, and subscribe if you want to know how to have a healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy nervous system for midlife. That's as simple as we get here. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer, and I call myself a body competency coach. And one of the most important things that we do here is get you used to feeling safe in your body. So right now, you could be doing a billion things because we all do this and we run this in the background. What I want you to do is just feel your feet on the ground, feel your butt in the chair, feel your breath in your lungs, and look up and just see something in your vision that draws your attention. Put your eyes back in little baby hammocks and relax because the information that you're going to be given here is going to be very helpful for you, very bite-sized, and things that you can say yes or no to. And that is one of the most important things, is that you're doing that all the way through. So without further ado, I just want to literally use ChatGPT for just a few minutes with you. So that way we can talk about a few things and you can see what it is that I want you to see. Okay. So we're going to go back and forth here, but let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. And we're going to start with, okay, show me a normal cholesterol panel. And I spelled that wrong, but that's all right. Oh, pain. Look, I can't even show me a normal. I'm not editing this, by the way. Cholesterol. Wow, I really just cannot spell today. It's okay. And as you see, I'm not going to change this because it's part of all this. Okay. So when you get a cholesterol panel, you're going to get four different numbers. You're going to get total cholesterol, which they desire to be less than 200, your LDL cholesterol, or as I like to call these, the lousy, lazy cholesterols that are not good. They decide in the middle of your room to put all of their Legos. They decide in the middle of the room to do all these things. Now, what this can tell you is the lazy ones are not good for you. They build up somewhere in your bloodstream, causing you to have issues. Now, your HDL, your heroes, are the good cholesterols that come around and they're like the moms and they put the Legos away and they do the things, right? Now I'm just playing around because most kids will pick up their stuff when we teach them, right? But it is how the system works. The hero, HDL, needs to be high in comparison to LDL. So we used to just look at total and then LDL, but now we actually look at HDL in comparison to LDL. So you will also see an HDL LDL ratio. That's more of what we look at because as long as we have enough heroes to the lousies, we're good to go. Okay. Then we also have something called triglycerides, which we desire to be less than 150 milligrams per deciliter. Now, triglycerides is the measure of the fat in your bloodstream. Okay. So let's just pause for a second. Let's come back here. So now we understand that if we were to have a bloodstream, I'm literally going to show it to you on my little post-it note here. If we were to have a bloodstream, I'm going to draw my bloodstream. Okay. With my little red. Okay. We're going to get an LDL buildup around. So when people say they have high cholesterol, they're having LDL buildup in their bloodstream. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pink pen and I'm going to circle that LDL and I'm going to bring it out with an HDL. So the HDL picks it up and it brings it back to the liver where it belongs. Okay. So HDLs are good for us, LDLs aren't. So when you might be told you have high cholesterol, I want you to be empowered to look at your cholesterol level to understand, okay, is it the total that's high? Is it the LDL that's high? And is it the HDL that's high? Okay. Now you want to look at that ratio. I believe typically we like it to be less than 3-to-1, maybe 4-to-1. If I think it just depends on which month we're in, on which it is. I like it to be, personally, as a registered dietitian and a personal trainer with 15 years experience, I like it to be less than 3. It's just where I like it to be. Okay. And so when you see those numbers, it's vitally important. Okay. Now I want to go back to my friend ChatGPT here. Why am I using this? Because many of us are going here and they're Googling the answer. Okay. So then what do I need to do to lower my cholesterol? Okay. So what it's going to say is eat a heart healthy diet, exercise regularly, maintain a healthy weight, quit smoking, limit alcohol, consider medications. Oh my gosh, this is super overwhelming. And what does all this mean? Reduce saturated fats found in red meat and full fat dairy. Eliminate trans fats from processed foods. Increase intake of fruits and vegetables. Include healthy fats. Incorporate fatty fish. And now you're already overwhelmed with what you have here. So what I want to do is take this little by little. When it says reduce saturated fats found in red meat and full fat dairy, I would actually put that as one of the last ones. And I would go to eliminate trans fats from processed foods. Okay. So when I say, what is a trans fat? Okay. If you guys can hear my kids in the background, I hope you're laughing. Okay. A trans fat was artificially created. Okay. This I know. Okay. But it was artificially created. Why I did this is because you're going to see this word hydrogenated, ATED, written on the label if there's a trans fat. Now, here's the thing. Labels don't have to tell you if they have trans fats if they have a low amount of hydrogenated oils. So what I want you to do, this is a tangible step. You could pause the video, come back later, is go into your pantry and look at any processed food, chip, cracker, cookie, peanut butter, anything that you would buy, not on the outsides of the grocery store, not a fruit, not a vegetable, not a meat. Anything on the inside that comes in a package that's more highly processed, for lack of better words, and see if you have this word. I'm going to spell it out for you here. It's going to spell this way: hydrogenated. Okay. So this word that I'm highlighting on my screen, hydrogenated, it will say there, it'll say partially hydrogenated, blah, 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 blah. That means there's a trans fat. Even if you read the label and it says trans fat 0, there is trans fats. These are number one ways to help you drop your bad cholesterol without having to change much. Just change the peanut butter, change the crackers, changes. Now, if you're anything like me, it doesn't mean throw all of the boxes away. It means finish the box and make a better decision the next time. I'm not for just pitching things and throwing things out blindly, right? That's not helping anybody here. What's more important is to do this. If you've got an in-need neighbor or somebody that would gladly take them from you, that you feel comfortable doing it, do that too, okay? But if you see the word hydrogenated, it is time to run, okay? So right now we're going to eliminate the saturated fats one, even being a piece, and we're just going to go to the trans fat. Now, next it's saying increase intakes of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. What this should say is increase fiber, okay? So I'm going to stop my share. Remember how we talked about the HDL being able to come pick up the LDL? Guess what fiber does? Fiber in your large intestine goes, ooh, look, I have some sort of cholesterol here. I'm going to help naturally clean it out, or I'm going to send it back to the liver. So fiber can be super helpful in helping us to reduce the cholesterol we're taking in from our diet. So why did I skip over the trans fat and the high fatty meats and milks? Because truthfully, most of us don't even really have access to whole fatty, like anything anymore besides cheese. Okay. Cheese is like the only thing that comes regular full fat. Like most of the yogurts are low fat. Most of the milk they're pushing is 2%, 1% or skim, right? So I kind of veer away from worrying about that and worrying about the saturated fat in animals, because more of the key is going to come from you increasing the fiber. So there's a medication that literally acts as fiber in the HDL to remove it from the bloodstream and put it into the liver. So why go the medication route if you could just be like, okay, let me focus on fiber. Okay, Leslie, that's really great. How much fiber? Okay. So let's go there now, and let's go to how much fiber do I need as a midlife woman? Okay, let's see what it's going to give me here. Okay, it's going to say about 21 to 25 grams. I'm going to nix that, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you need to get more like 30 to 35 grams per day. Now, here's the deal. Why I'm using ChatGPT is because this isn't exactly the best way to go. Okay. So yeah, I want to know. Yes, I would love to know some tips or ideas from high fiber foods. Okay. So I'm going to agree with a lot of these things, okay? But I want to give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to lowering cholesterol. So we're going to come back to all of these things, okay, to help you do this, because the next two things are going to say healthy fats from sources like olive oil, nuts, avocados, incorporate fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Okay, so now if I took these three things and I come down to the bottom for what it's telling me here, I can actually help myself out more. Okay, I can include all these legumes, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, peas. Perfect. Now I can see these nuts and seeds, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds. So I can focus on oils from here. Now get this. Avocado oil is also really good. Avocado is also really high in fiber. It's probably written on here. Oh no, they don't even have avocado on here. Avocado is amazing for fiber. So now I'm sorry, they incorporated it in fruit. Okay. So now not only am I in this, like, okay, I'm gonna, number one, go to my pantry and anything that says hydrogenated, kick it out. Great. Check mark, done. Next thing, I'm gonna put all these three things together and make it one easy step. So I'm gonna increase fruits, vegetables, and I'm gonna do that while using healthier oils. Okay. So things that I would do would be like, okay, so when I'm looking for fruits and it's summer, I'm going to aim for berries. When I'm in the fall, I'm going to aim for apples and pears. When I'm in the winter, I'm going to do oranges and citrus fruits. And then when I'm getting to spring, summer again, I can come back to my berries and avocados and apples through the winter, right? Why? Because then I'm eating with the seasons, I'm keeping my grocery bill low, and I'm helping out my high fiber foods. Next, I pretty much can get access to any of these in the United States year round, but it will change if I'm in another country. So where I'm going to focus on is really truthfully probably the broccoli. We think of vegetables as really super high in fiber, and they are, but they are not as in high in fiber as something that most people are taking out. Grains. We're eliminating the grains, and the grains have the fiber. So fine, if you don't want grains, go to the legumes. Pass on the legumes. Have more beans. That's actually your best bang for your but is increasing the amount of legumes in your diet. Nuts and seeds, also good. Where can I now tie these in? Oh, boom, when I come back up, I get to use olive oil. Nut oil is such a hot topic, but nut oil is not doing anything for the current moment, but you'll see that in a different video. And then avocados. So avocado oil. Okay, so now step by step, we're building. Number one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to eliminate those hydrogenated oils. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to increase these. If I'm not eating grains and I have decided that I'm on a diet with no grains, I need to increase legumes. If I am unwilling to increase whole grains and legumes, the fiber benefit will not add up to help for me. And thus, if I'm choosing to be on a carnivore diet or whatever I'm choosing to be, it won't add up to give me enough fiber to keep my body scrub-a-dubbed to help me to get the benefits of fiber working as something that will decrease my cholesterol. So I need to be aware of this, okay? If I'm going to choose oils, I do want to choose these types of oils. Best way to think about it is that they're liquid at room temperature. So when you're in the grocery store and you're looking at all of the oils, when it's liquid, it is going to do better. Now, the best type of source of healthy fats is called monounsaturated. Why am I putting this here for you? Because monounsaturated oils also work to help fiber, like fiber. They also help to pull that HDL out of our bloodstream. So let me stop the share again. So not only can HDL help to take the LDLs out, okay, the fiber can help us to do this. And when we have our high monounsaturated fats, they can also act to help build up the HDL. So now I'm getting even more benefit for everything that I'm doing. Okay. So let me share again. Okay. So now monounsaturated fats are that they spell out what they are, and that's true. Olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, pumpkin, sesame seeds, canola oil. Boom. Guess what? Those are up here in the high in fibers. So now I'm doing both. So if and when I could break this down into what would be best for me, decrease processed food, increase my legumes and my oils that are monounsaturated fats, and increase that fiber. And those three things alone are going to help me to turn around the cholesterol levels in my body. Now, we can go even further. And I can tell you that exercise in and of itself, good heart pounding exercise will help you to take that LDL out of your bloodstream and back into the liver. So good old fashioned exercise is going to do it. Now, this cannot be, I'm going to go on a walk and chit chat with my girlfriend the entire time and not get out of breath. This needs to be a walk where talking has to be more labored. And if your breath is not getting labored, then you don't have enough action in your heart to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So you want to make sure you're getting that good heart pumping exercise. Okay. Yes, losing weight, quitting alcohol, quitting smoking, all those kinds of things are going to help you. But if you're a smoker, that's probably the last place you want to start. If you like alcohol, that's probably like, maybe like, but that only says triglyceride levels. So I'm going to rationalize that I don't really need to worry about that because my triglycerides are fine. Okay. Like whichever way you want to go. I'm not condoning either one of these. I'm just being like, I would look at it like a typical human, although I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer with 15 years, and I help midlife women with this kind of stuff every day to simplify and get them back on the track they want to go, like without all the complications. Like I can literally in one session with you, I'll put it below in case you want to do a session with me. In one session, we can look at your numbers, we can get all the action steps for you, streamline it, give you 6 weeks to do it, do a quick follow up with me, and bada bing, bada boom, you are in session to have your cholesterol come down by the next time you get this lab. Why? Because when somebody comes to you and it's like, oh my God, your cholesterol's high and you have to do this and there's no way out for you, you then stress. So remember in the very beginning when I made you like feel your butt on the ground and or feel your butt in the chair and your feet on the ground and go and look at the world, that is actually the most helpful thing for you ever. Because as you can bring your stress response down, nervous system work, which if you don't like and share, or if you're not a part of my channel yet, please go like, share, subscribe. I've got a whole nervous system work thing in there. When we can do these things, we get a healthy body, we get a healthy mind, and all of these other things go out of the wayside. You can do it all. You can have it all. You can have a healthy body and mind, and it's really super simple. Starting with just these cholesterol tips. If you have questions or concerns, comment below. If you liked this, please like, share, subscribe. I would love to see you on the next video. And if you want to learn more, below this link, the first tip top one will be for a one-to-one session with me. It does include my digestion code course, and it also will include a 20-minute bonus session if you mention that you saw me on this video. I will give you a 20-minute bonus session follow up in 4 weeks from when we meet the first time. So just remember, you saw me here on the cholesterol and lowering it for midlife women. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode. Bye for now.